Every year, riders from across the country gather not just to ride, but to remember. Hi, this is Andy with Airhead Box of Spirit, and this is a video about the BMW MOA Battlefield Memorial Workers Rally that we held in Gettysburg in 2025.
Yep, men working, that's gonna be us. But I suspect this is where we are. Here's what we're gonna do some work.
Sam Booth has organized the Workers' Rally for a number of years now, and I believe it's truly unique in the BMW riding community. In this rally, it's all about community service and historical preservation of an old battlefield. Not unlike other BMW rallies, this one had it all, from some crappy weather to some great group rides and camaraderie and friends being made. The work detail itself, well, we had to remove a split rail fence and then replace it with a new one. There were, I believe, 5 National Park Service rangers that helped us, and we got this knocked out in no time at all.
All right. Well, good morning, everyone.
Morning.
For those of you who haven't introduced myself to yet, I'm Alice Evans. I'm the volunteer coordinator for Gettysburg National Military Park and Eisenhower National Historic Site. And we're super excited to have you guys out here working with us today.
Yeah, so we'll start. It'll probably go fast. The tear down is always the easiest part. So we'll start tearing it down. We can stack it in between the bundles here, and we'll just put some cribbing down so we can come back with forks and pick it up. But the seminary, as far as I know, is going to reuse these rails. So that's why we want to stack them so that they can come and pick them up. We'll have a crew come by. It'll start taking down, and we can come right back behind them and start putting it up. We'll put the 5 rails on first, and then come back with the post and the rider. All right, you can start getting at it.
It is quite remarkable to me how a group of 15 folks can tear down an old split rail fence and rebuild it in seemingly no time flat. A personal highlight for me during this rally was when Chris Blake arranged a private tour for some of us to visit Neill Avenue, which is also called Lost Avenue. He has a special relationship with the owner of a private property that essentially borders and guides you to Lost Avenue, and generally people in the public can't visit these monuments that are placed there. But more of that later in the video. Let's get this fence finished first. And wow, we all had to say, it looked pretty good.
Every house should have a front fence like this.
I tell you, it's brilliant because you can move it so easily. I mean, if you have it. Not one there. It's not a permanent. Yeah, it's brilliant. Outstanding job, Steve. We're currently out of wood, so we're taking a break, but yeah, making good progress. It's looking really nice. These tall remaining ones are going to be cut by chainsaw to make them a little more appealing, but it's pretty Cool.
Sure. And I'm willing to take a discount.
I like that. I like that. I like that.
Well, we did it. Knocked it out of the park.
Got it done. Looks pretty good.
You get Martini!
So with our work assignment successfully completed, we all scurried off in different directions. I went and took a little tour of the battlefield, stopped for some more videos and some pictures here and there, and then headed on back to the Artillery Ridge Campground, where a little bit later on, Chris Blake suggested, hey, I'm gonna give a little tour of some of the sites and maybe explain what happened on July 1st and July 2nd and July 3rd. And if anyone wanted to tag along, that would be great. So I decided to do just that. And I am so glad I did. But first, here are some more impressions of the Gettysburg National Battlefield. If you've never taken a tour of this battlefield, I highly recommend that you do this. It is so impressive and it's so unthinkable to think about what happened here in 1863. I headed back to the campground to take a little break, and then Chris began rounding up some folks that wanted to come along on his private battlefield tour. I eagerly accepted the invite. Chris ran out to get the mandatory pie, that would be the admission fee to get onto the private property, so that we could walk up to Neill Avenue, or also the Lost Avenue. We pulled onto Dean Shultz's property, and he gave us a tour that I know I will not forget.
He'll be back shortly on the tour.
Well, you're putting up a fence.
Yeah, tore down and put up.
This is all what we took down first.
We're multi-talented. We
Tore
just
fence down,
now I can see where
and then
you're
put
at.
the new fence up. We dug some holes too.
It was just 12 of us, but we knocked it out.
I got my sunblock right here.
We had to wait on more wood to get delivered because we were just
ran
running
them
around
out.
so fast.
They weren't expecting us to go that quick.
championship hole diggers, you know.
I'm going to take this in the house.
Yes, sir.
We're not going to eat it now?
When the 6th Corps got here, Neill's brigade, which is the brigade on top of the hill we're going to walk up to, was detached from the 6th Corps and assigned to the 12th Corps to guard Powers Hill. The area we're walking through is known by most historians as the most pristine area left in the national park. I had quite a few historians with me up over here. From Ken Burns, you heard of Ken. Ken, how about Ed Bars? You ever hear of that? The land between the two stone fences is owned by the United States of America.
God bless.
And part of the Department of Interior's land for the Gettysburg National Military Park. 40-foot strip here. And it's known locally as Lost Avenue. The real name is Neill Avenue, named after Brigadier General Thomas Neill. Neill survived the war. He went on to fight Indians out west, and he came back and was in charge of the cadets at West Point.
The original plan was for Chris to take us to various sites on the battlefield, but we enjoyed our time with Mr. Shultz so much. His recollections, his memories. There was a particular part of our visit here that involved a Captain William Gilfillan, and the stories that were told is something that I will never forget. I will have to make this into another second video, and that's what I plan to do. I will add a link to that video in the description below. Got to see RJ, which was great. He came over from the Tent Float Rally. We had a nice dinner at the Lincoln Diner, and then pretty much an uneventful ride home. So if you like this type of content, please give me a like and a subscribe. I really appreciate it.
Are you going back to the campground too?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know how to get back, really.
Oh, just, yeah, well, yeah, good point.